And a pleasant good evening and welcome inside of the Panther Den as we get set for the Mountain 7 Conference Basketball Tournament. Up first, it's the second-seeded Lady Panthers against the seventh-seeded East Henderson Eagles. I'm George Young. Tony Christie will be here very, very shortly. In fact, he may be making his way into the gymnasium as we speak. He'll be sitting right here, of course. As we go along here on a Tournament Thursday, they moved this game up. We've been talking about it all season long. The first round would be on Friday the 10th. They decided to move the games up. In fact, North Henderson and Smoky are playing tonight as well on a Thursday night. And the reason is the track and field state championships are tomorrow, the 3A side in Winston-Salem. And a couple of boys, Cal Drake and Ty Hanley, are participating in the 3A track and field tomorrow. All the events, I believe, commence about 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon in Winston-Salem. So they moved up the games to accommodate student athletes participating in the state meets. Both teams have made their way to their respective benches, and we're going to get the starting lineups and the introduction along with the national anthem. Let's head down, and our public address announcer tonight is Becca Brooks.
Where your Franklin Panthers host the Eagles from East Henderson. If everyone please rise, if physically able, remove caps for the playing of the national anthem. And now the starters for the Eagles. Number 2, Ashlyn Palmer. Number 3, Cassie Everson. Number 4, Julia Everson. Number 15, Kaylee Fouché. And number 32, Georgia Renzi. Panthers go lights out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Panther fans, get on your feet. Here come your Lady Panthers. She comes off Bates Branch, wearing number 12, Kelly Green. She comes off Sanderstown, wearing number 20, Michael Sanders. She comes to us from the Holly Springs area, number 21, and the birthday girl, Maddie Gilbert. She's coming off the middle of Skeeter, down at number 24, Avery Muffet. Out of the bottom of Cowie Mountain, she's wearing number 33, Ross McCullum.
All right, that's the starting lineups for both teams as we'll get the Mountain 7 Conference Basketball Tournament underway here at the Panther Den tonight. The first round is hosted by the higher-seeded teams. The first seed gets a bye, and the first seed in the Mountain 7 Conference Tournament on the girls' side is the Pisgah Lady Bears. And they have already punched their ticket to the semifinals, which will be on Tuesday nights. Looks like Rosalind McCollum is ready to jump center. The official is getting ready. She's going to jump center on Kaylee Fouché. And our officials are ready. And we are underway here in the first round of the Mountain 7 Conference Basketball Tournament. Pass underneath, going to be knocked away as Julie Everson was the intended Lady Eagle. Knocked away, and they'll say last touch by a Lady Eagle. It's going to be the Panthers with their first possession of the game. Queen up top, going to swing it into the corner. Gilbert picks it back up top. Back around to Gilbert, baseline jumper. She can't get the roll, and the Eagles will grab the rebound underneath. Lady Eagles did not win a conference game. They are 0-12 and 3-19 overall. They have struggled throughout the season. Underneath, that one wouldn't go. Eagles secure the offensive rebound. Fouché gets it slapped away. They'll say last touch by a Lady Panther. I believe it was off of Rosalind McCollum's fingers. It'll stay with the Lady Eagles. Pass knocked away. Moffitt gets her hands in and slaps it away. Up court it goes. Queen off the glass. And Callie Queen gets the scoring going early on here as we approach the 7-minute mark of the first quarter. It's knocked away. Let's say it'll be off of a Lady Panther. The Eagles reset underneath their own basket. And it goes open, shot in the paint. Wouldn't go for Kaylee Fouché at a defensive board for the Lady Panthers. It's Queen dishing it up court. It's Sanders back to Queen. High pass knocked away, but Sanders able to secure that one. In the corner, Moffitt lifts the pass. It's knocked away, but it's Sanders controlling it into the corner to Moffitt. Back to Sanders as we are under 6.5 minutes here in the first. These two teams met in the regular season with the Panthers coming out victorious in convincing fashion in both affairs. Underneath, it's Rosalind McCollum off the glass. And the Panthers pick up pressure now in the backcourt. That was an issue in the two meetings previous to this one. Pressure and turnovers for East Henderson. That was almost a turnover. Queen tried to save it out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Lady Eagles. Eagles dressed in their black uniforms with green trim. Underneath, it's Fouché. We'll get the scoring going for the Eagles. Now up 4-2. The Panthers have the basketball into the corner. Gilbert going to swing it back around the horn. Moffitt, baseline jumper. That's an air ball. And the Eagles had it briefly underneath, but it's off of a Lady Eagle. Going to stay with the Lady Panthers as it's Queen to trigger. 5:31 left in the first of the opening round of the conference tournament. Air ball from the corner for Maddie Gilbert. Panthers have started the game not shooting very well. A lot of errant shots, a couple of air balls. That pass going to be intercepted by Moffitt. Panthers reset. That one slapped back into the face of Sanders into the corner. It's McCollum just inside the arc. Another air ball. And the Lady Eagles will secure it. Five minutes left. It's a three. That's well off the mark. Queen, coast to coast, off the glass. Callie Queen adds the 6th point. The Panthers. 4:45 remaining here in the opening quarter. Glad you're with us. Got a lot of basketball in the next week. Shot wouldn't go, offensive board, and the second shot would not fall for the Lady Eagles. I'll tell you about the schedule. If you haven't heard, we'll be carrying the tournament next week. It was up in the air until really yesterday, honestly. But we finally got confirmation, and everybody was kosher about the delivery method and what we were going to be doing. Shot from beyond the arc would not fall for Ashlyn Palmer, and coming down court quickly. Baseline jumper for Queen would not go. And to fight for the board, it's off of a Lady Panther. It'll stay with the Eagles. 4:01 left. Check it in for Coach Tammy George. It's Campbell, the senior, checking off the bench. Here's a Campbell, played in the 2 meetings previous to this one. Fouché off the glass. 6-4. Lady Panthers by deuce. As we approach 3.5 left. Queen for 3. That one hits the back of the iron, dies, and Campbell able to grab the rebound for the Lady Eagles. Another pass underneath to Fouché, and it's knocked away after the missed shot out of bounds. I'll say last touched by Lady Eagle, fighting for that rebound. McCall, Sanders, over to Queen, into the corner. Gilbert dishes back to Queen. She's open for 3. That one's hitting the back of the iron. Long rebound, saved into the hands of Queen. Underneath, Moffitt feeds McCollum. She travels with it. The Eagles going to slow it down here. Pass knocked away into the hands. Campbell, she just falls down, slips. And Sanders going to pick it up, clean it up, give it up. Queen back to Sanders into the corner. Gilbert. Now Sanders open for 3. In and out. Rebound McCollum. She gets it slapped away. It'll stay with the Panthers with 2:29 remaining here in the opening quarter of action in the first round of the Mountain 7 Conference Tournament. McCollum with issues underneath. Lady Eagles come out with it. Very sloppy first quarter. We've got a whistle and a foul, the first foul for either team here in this first quarter. Sanders going to pick up the foul. High pass, Campbell. Will give it up to Palmer. Puts it on the floor, dishes underneath. Fouché. And Fouché is going to tie this game at 6. Gilbert in the corner. Back up top, Queen. Bounce pass over. Gilbert, jumper, an air ball. McCollum able to secure the rebound, but she can't get the second shot to go. And next dead ball, we're going to get some subs for Hartbarger. Panthers lost their last outing against West Henderson, and we've got a whistle and a reach-in foul on Maddie Gilbert. That'll be the second on the Panthers and her first. We got Michaela Sanders, Aubrey Haley checking in, along with Charlie Siegel into the game for Hartbarger. Try to spark something, give the starters a rest the last minute and a half as Fouché had it, dished it back out. It was knocked away and off the hands of Palmer. It's going to go back to the Panthers in a tie game at 6 apiece. A low-scoring and sloppy game on Friday night against West Henderson. It was West Henderson's senior night. A steal. Knocked away underneath, and it's heading the other way, off of the hands, I believe off the leg of Ashlyn Palmer. Callie Queen able to get the bucket. And the Panthers regain the lead. Approaching 60 seconds left. And we got a traveling violation on the Lady Eagles. Cassie Everson took a few steps as she was attacking the hole inside the arc. 8-6 Lady Panthers with the advantage, under 60 seconds officially now. Sanders dishes Moffitt back to Queen. Shot beyond the arc, no. Siegel with a rebound, fights for position underneath. Knocked away, out of bounds. And it's going back to the Lady Eagles. Everson dishes into the corner. It's a double team, a high pass. Palmer with it, lost control. Picked up. Had a shot from beyond the arc. Wouldn't go for Julia Everson, and it's knocked around. And they're going to stay with the Lady Eagles, they'll say, with 28 seconds left. Everson with some issues. She gets it back. Underneath it goes. Fouché ties it at 8 apiece. I believe Fouché has all the points for East Henderson. Siegel's jump shot wouldn't go from the corner. 4 seconds left. A traveling violation up top on Ashlyn Palmer. Stops the clock with 0.2 seconds left. That'll do it. An ugly first quarter, to say the least. Tied at 8 apiece. We'll take a break. Stay with us. Welcome back. We are underway in the second opening round of the Mountain 7 Conference Basketball Tournament. Maddie Gilbert, another air ball. That's 4 air balls in this first half for the Lady Panthers. Stops the clock, 7:47 in a tie game with the winless East Henderson Eagles in the conference. 1-3 overall. Pass intercepted. Moffitt secures it. Gives it up to the sophomore, Callie Queen. And we got a traveling violation on East Henderson. Stays with the Lady Panthers. McCollum up top. Attacks the hole. Got bumped, and there's the whistle. And McCollum will be at the line. That's the first foul whistled on East Henderson. That's going to go against Julia Everson. That'll be her first. And 2 shots at the charity stripe for Rosalind McCollum. First one's up and good, but it breaks that tie. Once we get a break in the action, I'll let you see the conference tournament brackets. Inbounds pass is going to be a jump ball. No, now they're saying a traveling violation on McCall. Some more pressure in the backcourt. Everson with it. It's a high pass. Secured. Another high pass. A dangerous one is knocked around and out of bounds. We'll say last touch by Campbell, I believe, for the Lady Eagles of East Henderson. Back it goes to the Lady Panthers. Up 10-8. Baseline jumper, Gilbert, it wouldn't go. Offensive board, Queen backs it out. Gives it up to Sanders. Back it goes, Maddie Gilbert. Over to Sanders, and we've got a whistle and a 3-second violation underneath on the Lady Panthers. 6:44 left in the second. Lady Panthers by a deuce. Get some subs coming in for Coach Tammy George and the Eagles. And that pressure going to cause a turnover. And we've got a bump on the Lady Eagles. That'll be the second whistle on East here in this first half. And that's going to also be the second on Julia Everson. Queen with the dangerous pass over to Sanders. Back it goes, Queen. Drives in, let's say running shot off the glass. Callie Queen able to extend that Panther lead now 12-8. Up court it goes. Boucher dishes into the paint. She lost control. Ball on the floor, still on the floor. Rolls out of bounds off of who, and it's going to stay with the Lady Eagles of East Henderson. Been an ugly one, Tony. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you. Yes, you know what? I was looking at this game going into it. It's going to be a different game than the other two meetings because, without Tori Inslee, playing, it kind of throws the rhythm of the Panthers off, just slightly.
Queen intercepts the pass to the hole off the glass. And we got a whistle and a timeout now. Coach Tammy George, she wants to talk it over. Here's that replay, intercepted pass and the layup. Callie Queen causing that first timeout of the ball game for either team. 30-second timeout. Okay, I teased it. Here's officially the brackets for the Mountain 7 Conference basketball tournament.
That's pretty.
West Tuscola. Also Smoky and North. They're playing either tonight or tomorrow night. I believe Smoky and North Henderson, both girls and boys, are playing, or maybe it's vice versa. It's hard to keep track of when they're starting, when the actual game is going to take place.
Yes.
It's hard to even keep track of where I'm supposed to be. So keeping track of other schools is difficult. Not a lot of information. I don't know if you've noticed that, Tony.
Oh, I've noticed that a lot.
It's amazing. We just live in the information age, but communication and finding out stuff is sometimes difficult. McCollum dishes into the corner. Now it's out to Queen for three. Callie Queen with the three. Now a whistle immediately.
Great passing by the Panthers, Lady Panthers.
We're going to let some girls check in here.
Delay of game.
Is that what they
said? Yes, that's what it was. On the Panthers.
Did get Cassie Everson back in the game for East Henderson after the delay of game. You don't see much in basketball. You see a lot in football. Intercepted. McCollum to the hole off the glass.
Great anticipation by Ross.
And another whistle and another timeout going to be called by Coach Tammy George. East Henderson wants to talk it over. Here's the intercepted pass.
Anticipation by Ross, and kept her eyes up to finish the basket.
5:27 left. Here's how the conference standings finished. Panthers took a tough loss at West Henderson last Friday and dropped to 9-3, but I don't know how they determined the seeding, but still got a number 2 seed.
Yes.
So they're tied there in that slot. See, Pisgah ran away with things at 12-0, and they have punched their ticket to the semifinals. They'll play on Tuesday against soon-to-be-determined opponent. As McCollum attacks, she gets fouled. Winner of this game will take on the winner of West Henderson and Tuscola. And that'll take place on Tuesday night at Tuscola. First shot up and good in Waynesville. 7 o'clock.
And Billy's standing right next to us, so.
Billy is smiling tonight.
Yes, we are doing the conference tournament.
Yeah, Billy is smiling ear to ear because we're going to Tuscola to do the tournament.
Yes, we are.
Smiling ear to ear. He's actually live and in person, not on text tonight. Usually he's texting us and asking that question. Queen wouldn't go. McCollum grabbed the rebound. Her shot wouldn't go, and it's out of bounds off of McCollum. Going to go back to the Lady Eagles of East Henderson. Amy George going to check in. Julia Everson, she's going to do the honors and trigger here. With 5:06 left. Panthers on a run to begin this second quarter as it was nip and tuck in that first quarter. Really ugly in that first quarter. Neither team really could make shots. It was a Kaylee Fushi show. We got a foul on the rebound. Foul going to be on Cassie Everson, knocked Maddie Gilbert to the ground. The birthday girl tonight, Maddie Gilbert, celebrating a birthday.
Postseason play. I tell you what, you can kind of feel the difference, in what's happening right now, out there on the floor. But postseason play, anything can happen. So everyone just has to be ready to play, ready to go.
Gilbert shot from three, no. Offensive board, McCall. She's going to attempt from beyond the arc. She couldn't get it to go. And it's out of bounds and heading back to the Lady Eagles. Back into the game, Ashlyn Palmer, as Coach Tammy George shuffling in players here in the second quarter. A lot of subbing going on. Horn evidently is not sounding much here. Everson had it, gave it up. Shot in the paint, running for Palmer. Got it to go. Ashlyn Palmer.
Delay a game for East now.
Okay.
So when the ball comes through the net, the other team, after you score, do not touch the ball, because if you do, the officials consider it delay of game. So that's all it is.
Well, I don't mind that.
No,
it's the rules, and
because
keeps the flow going. Jump ball possession arrow with the Lady Eagles.
Because in games, like higher level games with people that are more experienced, they'll catch the ball. After they score, they'll catch the ball and then hold on to it, let the time run off. So kind of helps the game keep moving.
And we got a jump ball. Possession arrow going to be with the Lady Panthers. That is one of the quirks in high school, I guess you could say. The clock keeps rolling.
Oh, yes, it does. Yes.
With a made shot, even under 2 minutes left.
That's why if you have the lead, late in the game, you just let it roll out of bounds and kind of take your time, and clock just ticks.
Queen for three. In and out. Rebound Moffitt. She got bumped. There's the horn. Kaylee Fouché will pick up the foul, just her first. It is going to be the fifth on East Henderson. Got some subs coming in for Hartbarger. Haley back in the game. Also, Michaela Sanders will check back in. 3:30 left in the second. Moffitt, inbounds pass, had it, got it knocked away. Queen causes the turnover. Up court, Haley can't get the layup. Out of bounds, back to the Lady Eagles.
And that all started with great anticipation by Callie Queen to get that steal. Or Kaylee Queen, as we call
some folks. Baseline. Everson couldn't get it to go. Rebound secured by the Lady Eagles. They'll attack once again. That's Palmer, who will be headed to the free throw line after she got fouled. Foul going on McCollum. First on McCollum, and the third whistled on the Lady Panthers here in this first half. Strong start to this second quarter, but the Panthers have cooled off. Shot for the free throw line up and good for Ashlyn Palmer. And the second shot is up and good. Under 3 minutes left. Queen, step back three, air ball. Haley with a rebound, out it goes McCollum.
Good ball movement.
Hot potato.
3 seconds.
And a 3-second violation on McCollum. 2:38 remaining in the second in the opening round of the Mountain 7 Conference Basketball Tournament. Top seed gets a bye. That's why last year we didn't do a game. As both teams won the conference regular season and had a bye in the first round. We'll talk about the boys.
I'll tell you what, sometimes I think it kind of helps you.
It could.
Because that's a long time to be off.
About a week.
Yes. Especially this late in the season.
And if it was the Panthers this year, it would have been a week and a half.
Yes.
Sanders up court. Michaela couldn't get it to go. Here comes East. Knocked away briefly. Palmer picks it up. Jackson from beyond the arc. No. Fouché, rebound. She couldn't get it to go. Another offensive rebound and a traveling violation underneath. Georgia Renzi shuffled her feet underneath, and we've got a whistle, and Scott Harbarger wants to talk things over. 30-second timeout for Coach Scott Harbarger. But again, if you didn't see our post yesterday, then you need to be following our Facebook page because we put the brackets up. Like us, follow us, make sure you're getting the notifications. Brackets are out. Mountain 7 Basketball Tournament right here on FPSN. Tuesday and Thursday of next week. And guess what? We've got some bonus basketball for you coming up on a Monday night. The Junior Varsity Mountain 7 Basketball Tournament. They'll have their semifinals. Just 4 teams qualify in the JV side. And the Panthers will be hosting a couple of teams on Monday. The girls hosting Tuscola here. And Becca told me, I believe that's a 5 o'clock start for the girls. And then the boys. Roll. Sure was. In fact, I thought it was going to be waved off because it hit the top of the backboard. Almost a turnover. He's going to get it across the timeline. JV boys will take it on West Henderson. And that'll be about a probably 6:30 start or so. Right. Underneath, O'Shea able to get the bucket to go off the glass. And we're going to be carrying those games. I was told that this morning. They got a foul coming up on East Henderson, going to send Callie Queen to the line. Jarvis going to pick up the foul, her first. 6th on East. Minute 18 left. We'll have those ball games, the Junior Varsity semifinal action on Monday, the doubleheader. And if the Panthers Junior Varsity squads are able to come out victorious on Monday, they will advance to Thursday. 4 o'clock, 5:30. Junior Varsity Mountain 7 Conference Championship games.
It's pretty cool. They do that. They do that tournament for the JV as well. Kind of get you ready for doing it as a varsity player.
What a steal by Callie Queen, and she is going to get fouled. No, it's a jump ball. I thought maybe a traveling, and then I thought maybe a foul, and then officially it's a jump ball. We'll go back to East. 65 seconds left. Campbell.
Good block.
Foul on McCollum.
Must have got it with the body.
4th on Franklin. We'll see here. Pretty good.
Nothing.
At the line is Campbell. And she misses the first. One more for the senior. Campbell couldn't convert. Out of bounds. Last touch by Lady Eagle. So there's the possibility, Tony.
Yes.
That we'll have 10 ball games for you next week here on the YouTubes and the Facebooks.
10.
So if you're a basketball fan,
yes,
tournament time is kind of like your Super Bowl, Christmas. Baseline jumper for Haley, no. Rebound Moffitt, her shot wouldn't go. Kicked around, out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Lady Eagles.
And I just don't mind. As long as there are 10 good games,
yeah,
it should be good. Good basketball, especially late in the season. It should be good basketball because that's all you've been doing for 3 months.
Campbell to the hole, slapped away by Siegel. Stay with East. So that means you need to like our Facebook page, follow us. Also, you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you'll be in the know and you'll get notifications. The Siegel, you see, gets the block. And a whistle and a foul on Callie Queen. It'll be just her first. Siegel intercepts the pass up to Queen. She splits a couple of double team, and we've got a whistle and a foul on East Henderson. It's going to go against Everson. It is Cassie Everson. There's 2 Eversons on the roster here. Queen at the line. This is the first. The one thing, too, when you get into the tournament, especially the conference tournament, you've already seen the team that you're going to be playing at least twice.
Yes.
And this is going to be the 3rd time that you've seen them. So each team knows each other.
Yes.
So you get a lot of usually competitive ball games because of that fact.
And I learned from a coach a long time ago that in the postseason, because everyone knows everyone like that, it comes down to guards making plays. Like who has the better guards, and that's where when you're trying to figure out who's going to win a game, and especially in the postseason, who has the better guards. You figure that part out, then you're probably going to figure out who's going to win the game.
Queen going to pick up her second quickly. She's going to take a seat as Michaela Sanders checks in for her. That's the 16th foul on Franklin, so no shots for East. Just 20 seconds left in the first. In it goes, knocked away. Siegel picks it up. Feeds Michaela Sanders into the front court. 14 seconds. Sanders into the corner. Out it goes now. Haley 3. Siegel with the rebound. She goes up, can't get it. Campbell comes down with the rebound. That's going to do it. Halftime here in the opening round of the Mountain 7 Conference Basketball Tournament on the varsity girls side, and the Lady Panthers hold a double-digit advantage at the break, 26-14. After 2 quarters, you see Tuscola coming out. That'll be the opponent of the boys at the conclusion of the girls' action. Warming up, both teams are going to do their fair share of warming up. And we'll get that ball game happening about 10 minutes after the conclusion of the varsity girls. So far, so good for Coach Scott Hartbarger.
Yes.
Started a little slow out of the gate, but picked it up offensively. Callie Queen got going and built a double-digit lead here at the half. All right, fans, we'll take a break here. We'll come back. Get some more analysis of that first half, and we'll get you set for the beginning of the 3rd quarter in just a few moments. Stay with us.
The FHS Athlete of the Month is sponsored by the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental. First Citizens has been helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 100 years. Corbin Dental is a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin.
If I can just think carefully, I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind, I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind, you know I'll always manifest it.
Abby Carpenter. I'm a senior at Franklin High School, and I'm a captain of the first official women's wrestling team. We've already accomplished our goals as a team for the season, which was winning a duel. My personal goals for this season is to be a regional champ as well as a state champ. My favorite wrestling move is a double leg takedown. I started wrestling because I wanted to try something new, and I just grew up watching my brothers wrestle, and it seemed like a lot of fun.
So Abby's been just what you want to see out of a leader for the team. First one in the gym, extra work, last one out of the gym when they're rolled up. Really just putting everything she can into this.
My plans for after high school are kind of up in the air right now, but I know I want to major in business and later on become a real estate agent. The person who inspires me to be the best version of myself on and off the mat is my coach, Logan Mack. I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone who supported me throughout my wrestling journey, my parents, my siblings, and my coaches.
Why pay monthly storage fees? With a low down payment, you could own your own storage building. Let Todd Inslee at AT&T Storage Solutions help you get the storage building you want today. There are no credit checks. You can rent at a free delivery. Located in Franklin on Dowdle Mountain. between the Walmart and the roundabout. Give Todd Inslee a call at 828-371-7393.
Welcome back as we are at the half here at the Panther Den. East Henderson and Franklin for the Varsity girls side of the opening round of the Mountain 7 Conference basketball tournament, 26-14 at the break. Coach Scott Hartbarger's Lady Panthers are on top of Coach Tammy George's Lady Eagles. Both teams are back out of the locker room, and they are getting ready for the beginning of the third quarter. Slow start for the Panthers. It seemed like maybe that loss on Friday, Tony, really shook them. Their confidence was not there. A bunch of air balls in that first quarter, able to get their legs under them and able to hit some shots and get some confidence and build a double-digit lead.
Yes, and it's kind of hard. Especially if you beat someone before, just in this game. You beat someone before, you kind of relax a little bit and don't really take it, like how you're supposed to take the game. And it's a little bit of different circumstances because you didn't have a JV game to watch before your game. You're just coming out and just playing, and it gives it a different feel to it. So after they got their bearings together, they were able to, put together a pretty good, solid defensive stand and increase their lead.
Yeah, spark defensively caused the spark offensively.
Right.
In that second quarter as they built it to a double-digit lead here at the half. And really the story for East Henderson, Tony, Kaylee Fouché, sophomore underneath, really had a big first quarter. In fact, had all the points in the paint for East Henderson. I'm sure that's something that Coach Scott Hartbarger talked about in the break here.
Correct. And the Lady Panthers, they have Moffitt, they have Roz McCullum down there, they have Siegel, they have several that they can throw at her. So it's one of those things. Make sure you do your work early, limit the paint touches, and then box her out and grab rebounds in given one shot.
Tournament continues next week, and you have found the home of the Mountain 7 Conference basketball tournament for the 6th consecutive year. Hard to believe.
Yes.
We're going to have Tuesday's action, all the ball games, even the ones that do not include the Panthers. And then Thursday's the championship. All right, both teams are just about ready to begin the second half. Well, East Henderson is still at their bench. They haven't come out just yet. There's just a few seconds left on the clock. They're letting it roll down. Panthers are ready to go.
Yeah, so I'm about to say Lady Panthers are like they're ready to go score right now.
Ready to go. They're ready to for the inbounds pass. All right, 8 minutes up on the scoreboard. And it's McCollum that will trigger. She gets it in to Callie Queen, who quickly finds Sanders. McCollum lost control. It'll be picked up by Maddie Gilbert. Dishes into the corner. Sanders again back to Queen.
Great patience by the Lady Panthers so far. See if they can get the ball inside with a pass or a dribble inside the paint.
McCollum dishes.
There it
Moffitt
is.
has it. Triple team. Slapped around. Picked up by Everson, and the Lady Eagles will have their first possession here in the second half.
Good steal.
Knocked away. Callie had it briefly, and it was knocked away from her. And it's to stay with Franklin. Maddie Gilbert had it briefly. Now they'll swing it over to Queen. Thought about the three. She looked up at the goal. Now it's over to Rosalind McCollum. Moffitt wanted to try to lob it underneath.
You know what? It's one of those you just if you're patient, because that shot that Maddie Gilbert just took, you can get that shot at the beginning of the possession, you can get it 3 minutes down the road. But, what they were doing right there was moving the ball. And if they move the ball, move their body, they can be patient, and they will score.
Ashlyn Palmer gets the scoring going for East Henderson, cuts it to a 10-point advantage. As East the first to score here in the second half. Queen for three. That one's in and out. McCollum grabbed the rebound. Back out it goes Queen. Now McCollum. And it knocked away. Everson into the corner. Underneath. Trying to feed. Fouché.
Good steal
knocked
by Moffitt.
away. Still on the floor. Out of bounds. And it's going to be a last touch by Callie Queen. Back to East Henderson.
Seemed like in the second half that the Lady Panthers, they really haven't got their footing yet on this one for this half.
Julia Everson with a bucket.
Make it a
6-18.
4-0 run right out of the gate.
Panthers yet to scratch the scoreboard here in the second half, and we've got a whistle after the intercepted pass and a foul on Moffitt. It'll be her first, and it's the team's first here in the second half. Cassie Everson will bring it up. And her pass intercepted. It's Moffitt. Up court, Queen to the hole. Nice move. Can't get the bucket. And Moffitt grabbed the offensive rebound. She got fouled. And that's going to send Avery Moffitt to the line for 2 shots.
Avery Moffitt is a very good rebounder, especially on the offensive end. She gets position, and if you notice, she doesn't actually really jump too much. She kind of gets her position and then times it. She knows exactly where the ball's going to be.
Can't hit the first. One more. For Avery Moffitt. Misses them both. Errant pass. Gilbert feeds Sanders. She gets the roll. Able to set up now on the full court. Lady Panthers causing some havoc in the backcourt. Everson just gets it across the timeline before the 10 seconds. And we've got a whistle and a foul, and that's either on Sanders or Queen going against Michaela Sanders. That'll be her first, and it's the second whistled on Franklin here in the second half. 4:38 left, third quarter. Siegel will bump Julia Everson. That'll be the third on Franklin, and just the first on Charlie Siegel. High pass secured by Everson, swinging into the corner. And a corner pass knocked away. And a foul going against Sanders. Michaela Sanders will pick up her second, fourth on Franklin. So some fouls here are racking up in the third, really the past minute for the Lady Panthers.
And the Lady Panthers haven't been able to put the ball in the basket.
Everson harassed, feeds a pass down underneath, too tough. And it could not be secured by Everson, out of bounds. The Panthers now attack. Kayla Sanders brings it up, feeds Queen, back it goes Sanders, back to Queen, now Moffitt within the corner, open, it's Queen for three, got it! That's how you break a drought. Get it to Callie Queen, and she's able to hit the trifecta. Approaching 4 minutes left. And a steal. Sanders picks it up. Queen for three, same spot, in and out. Rebound, Gilbert underneath, feeds it out, and we've got a tie-up. Possession arrow, East Henderson. Yeah, we don't have Ed on the scoreboard tonight, so we don't have possession or bonus on our scoreboard. Got a full timeout on the floor with 3:39 left here in the third. We'll take a break.
Join Backlot Cinema and the Blue Ridge Bartram Trail Conservancy for Walking with Bartram, a section hike of the Bartram Trail through Georgia and North Carolina. Streaming now on YouTube and Facebook. Locally owned and operated, Tipton Pharmacy is Franklin's hometown pharmacy and can fill all your prescriptions. If you need a compound or a regular prescription filled, stop by Tipton Pharmacy or use the convenient drive-thru. Tipton Pharmacy is located at 175 East Main Street in Franklin.
Welcome back. Out of the timeout. It's a jump ball, and East will have possession. Franklin with a 31-18 advantage. Everson up across the timeline. Swings it into the corner. A running shot for Palmer wouldn't go. Offensive board, East resets. High pass secured and then knocked away. We're heading the other way. It's Panther basketball. Kayla Sanders swings it over to Gilbert. Now Queen. Now it's Sanders. Pass knocked away. Out of bounds. And it's going to be last touch by a Lady Eagle.
One thing that the Lady Panthers have to do, especially when a team's playing zone, you have to use pass fakes. Pass fakes are always effective against the zone.
Kelly Queen in the paint.
And dribble drives, drive the gaps. Just like Callie Queen did right there.
Too tough with the pass underneath as they'll try to feed Fouché. 2:48 left in the third. Panthers building onto that halftime lead. Now up 33-18. Outside the arc, Queen shot no. Bounces around. Eagles will have it. Haley going to check in as Maddie Gilbert going to take a seat. Panther set up in the full court and calls a turnover. Over the head of Campbell, out of bounds.
And that's a win for the zone.
Kayla Sanders over to Queen into the corner. Haley. We got a bump. Fouché will bump Sanders, or check that, Siegel. Fouché will pick up her second, and it's the second on East Henderson. Haley with it, backs it out.
Three seconds.
And we've seen a few of those tonight. 3 second on Moffitt. That's a turnover for the Lady Panthers. 2:13 to go here in this opening round of the Mountain 7 Conference Basketball Tournament. That one wouldn't go. Rebound Moffitt. Fight for it underneath. Is it a foul or a jump ball? Going to be a foul on East Henderson. Third on East Henderson. That one's going against Campbell. It's just her first. Under 2 minutes left in the third. Haley for three. No. Rebound Moffitt. She powers up.
And there you go again with Moffitt being in the right position to get the rebound.
Issues in the backcourt. Yep, it's a backcourt violation. Another turnover for the Lady Eagles. Haley underneath. Bounce pass to Moffitt. Baseline. Wouldn't go. Rebound. Haley. Able to get position secured. Her shot wouldn't go. Siegel with the rebound. Out it goes to Callie Queen, and she hits the trifecta. Another errant pass into the backcourt. That'll be a backcourt violation.
That one actually shouldn't have been because I think it was tipped by the Panthers coming out.
It looked like it.
It looked like it.
It's hard
yeah.
to tell from this angle, though.
Yeah.
We're approaching a minute left here in the third. Boys action coming up in the opening round of the Mountain 7 Conference Basketball Tournament. It's Callie Queen with a rebound and the bucket. Again, full court. Eagles able to break it. Fouché, trouble, dishes off the hands of Campbell, saved into the hands of Campbell, then she loses it. Up court, it's Haley. Off the glass, no. And on the rebound, a foul over the back, whistled on Franklin. Haley going to be whistled with the foul.
Yes. On that one, she located the rim a little bit too late, and that's why she missed that layup.
41.3 seconds left in the third. Winner plays the winner of West Henderson and Tuscola. I'm not sure if they play tonight or tomorrow night. And a jump ball possession arrow with the Lady Panthers. That'll be a 7 o'clock tip-off coming up Tuesday in Waynesville. Tuscola High School. I guess technically you're in Clyde. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I think it still is Waynesville. Almost to Clyde, where Tuscola is located. We're right off the road.
I used to love going to games there because you stopped at the Chick-fil-A, but we have one here now, so it's like, yeah.
Foul whistled on Moffitt. That'll be her second. Or check that, Campbell for the Eagles. That'll be her second. Campbell almost causes a steal, does, and then a jump ball, possession arrow with Franklin. We've got some whistles and questions on the court. I don't know exactly what they're asking. Okay, they were questioning the possession arrow. It wasn't correct. Final few seconds. Baseline jumper, up and good. At the horn. That'll do it. 3/4 in the books. And it's the Lady Panthers with a 20-point edge as we take a break. Welcome back. Fourth quarter underway. Gilbert jacks a three. No. Rebound. Ozzy McCollum feeds Moffitt. She gets her shot blocked. Fight for it underneath, and I believe it was Castillo who secured it for the Eagles, but she was on the baseline, stepped out of bounds. Stays with the Panthers. Gilbert open shot, no. Jump ball. And it is East Henderson basketball. Cassie Everson brings it up, feeds underneath, trying to hit Fouché, knocked away. And a steal underneath. Up to Queen. Callie dishes. McCollum tiptoes the end line, and she stepped out of bounds.
Yes.
$7:15 left in the fourth. 20-point lead for the Lady Panthers, and a turnover for the Lady Eagles. Queen. Over to Sanders. Back to Queen. Air ball. Gilbert able to secure the offensive board, and she was able to get the bucket. Her first points of the night. 42-20.
Oh, double dribble.
And a double dribble. Another turnover for East Henderson. Coach Tammy George going to check in some of her players off the bench. Looks like Cassie Everson back into the game. As we approach 6.5 left in the fourth. Queen wouldn't go. McCollum fights for it. And we're heading the other way, East Henderson's way, after McCollum couldn't secure it. Glad you're with us a little bit after 7 o'clock. We started right at 6 o'clock in this opening round of the Mountain 7 Conference Basketball Tournament. So we appreciate you tuning in. If you have just joined us, maybe you sat down, had a bite, and then decided to turn on the ball game. We appreciate you wherever you may be tonight. And a traveling violation on East Henderson. Alongside Tony Christie. Clinton Taylor is our executive producer, running the show for us. One of those fantastic replays. Also, we've got Philip and Christine on cameras tonight doing a fine job. And we've got a lot of basketball for you over the next week. As a week from tonight, we'll crown a champion in the Mountain 7 Conference Basketball Tournament. Perfect segue, 30-second timeout. There's the brackets. We've got 8 more games after tonight. And 10 games if you count the JV that we're going to be broadcasting on Monday night. The semifinals of the Mountain 7 Conference Basketball Tournament here at the Panther Den.
It's always fun to do, especially doing the tournament and everything. It's fun because everyone's really, really, truly giving it their all. Because there's a lot of seniors out there that don't want it to end. And, you're going to see a lot of emotion, throughout the different games. And you might even see it tonight with, some of these teams like whoever loses here.
Yeah, East Henderson, this is their last ball game.
Yes.
And some of these girls, the last time they'll step on the court. Inbounds
Correct.
pass. It's going to be a jump ball, and the possession area going to stay with Franklin. Gilbert, baseline, no. Rebound. Everson to the hole, no. Collum grabbed the board. Approaching 5.5 left here in the fourth quarter. Bounce pass intercepted. It's Palmer securing it. McCollum turns it over. Pass underneath Fouché. Fights for it, gets position, gets it swatted away. McCollum comes down with it, feeds Queen. Now McCollum was double teamed and was knocked away out of her hands, out of bounds. Georgia Renzi has checked in for Coach Tammy George at East Henderson. And a foul coming up on East. We'll send Avery Moffitt to the line. Renzi going to pick up her third, just checked in, and she picked up a quick one. Fifth on East Henderson. And Moffitt couldn't hit the first. She'll get one more. And hit the second. .445 left. It's another turnover for the Panthers. Running shot in and out. Everson couldn't get it. McCollum. Air ball. Gilbert, rebound. She'll be at the line. As she got bumped, attempting that shot. Amelia Castillo will pick up her first foul, sixth on East Henderson. Gilbert, first shot, up and good.
Good shot by Maddie Gilbert.
Then, of course, after the conference tournament, the state tournament begins on February 21st as Gilbert hits both at the Charity Stripe. Opening round of the 3A West tournament will be on February 21st. So we got a traveling violation on East Henderson. We got some subs coming in for Hart Barker. Got Haley back into the game. Also Sanders, Michaela Sanders in. And Charlie Siegel also has checked in. So we approach 4 minutes left. And it appears the Panthers are going to advance to the semifinals of the Mountain 7 Conference Basketball Tournament. Play the winner of West and Tuscola. Pass intercepted. That one wouldn't go for Everson. Second shot, no, and we've got a jump ball, and possession area going to be with East Henderson. Corner three, off the mark for Cassie Everson. East feeds Fouché. Hook shot, no. She got her own rebound. Goes up, gets it off the glass. Under 3.5 left. Queen tries to answer. She does, just inside the arc.
As Callie Queen's confidence, gets higher and higher, you'll see her take a lot more of those, and she can make, so many. Her with that form, it's actually very. she can look like she can probably make a whole lot.
There you go.
Yes, I'm telling you, like it. Looking at the form, it's very, very good.
Automatic.
Yes.
Just lift it, and it goes. And East answers. And it's Ashlyn Palmer with the three. Baseline, Haley, no. That's an air ball. Maybe the most air balls I've seen the Lady Panthers shoot all season. Fouché fights for position, and she gets it to go.
The scoring is starting to loosen up a little bit.
Yeah. Moffitt. And a charging violation on Avery Moffitt. Player control foul. That'll be her second, 6th on Franklin. And a traveling call. Campbell back into the game for Tammy George and East. Also, she's going to get in some more subs. Looks like Castillo will check in. She's a senior. I'm sure she wants to get in for the final few moments of her career. Coming into 3-19, not making the playoffs. More subs coming in for Coach George. So she is getting another senior into the game. So the boys' action coming up at the conclusion of this one, about 10 minutes, and we'll have first round Varsity Boys Conference play. Charlie Siegel able to get that off the glass and builds a Panther lead 52-29. Knocked around underneath, and a foul coming up on Siegel. That'll be the 7th team foul on Franklin, so a 1-and-1 situation for Campbell. Can't hit the front end. Up court it goes. Avery Williamson able to get into the scoring column. Took a page from Callie Queen. That one wouldn't go for Julia Everson. Long board on the floor. Jump ball. And it's going to go to the Panthers. Buck 18 left.
And Avery Williamson, she's another one that has, great form where if, once she gets a little bit older and gets a little more confidence under her belt and is able to play defense and do everything like the starter, she should get a lot of time too and make a lot of shots.
Williamson, short. Rebound Campbell. Under 60 seconds left. At one point in this game, I didn't think that the Panthers would reach 50. They're at 54 right now. Was that ugly early on? Have warmed up here in the second half. Late second quarter. Here in the second half. Siegel gets a block underneath on Campbell. And Williamson grabs the block shot. We'll give it up to Sanders. Now going to feed Siegel. Baseline couldn't get it to go. Haley with the rebound and fights for position. She gets the bucket off the glass. Another whistle and more subs coming in for Coach Tammy George. Renzi back in. .25 seconds left. Everson up court. She's going to attempt. It's an air ball. Haley with the rebound. 14 seconds left. Sanders is going to dribble it out, looks like. That'll do it. It's a final here at the Panther Den. The Lady Panthers advance in the Mountain 7 Conference basketball tournament. They will advance to Tuesday night. Face the winner of West Henderson and Tuscola. 56-29 is the final in this one, as East Henderson drops to 3-20 overall and 0-13 in the conference, and Franklin advances their overall mark to 16-8, and they're now 10-3. If you count all the conference regular season and now into the tournament in the Mountain 7 Conference this season. was a struggle early on, Tony, but a win's a win. And I know Coach Hartbarger will enjoy this one briefly and then look forward to Tuesday night and either a rematch with West Henderson, a team that you lost to on Friday, or Tuscola.
And you know what? It's you look at all the stuff that you've done to get to this point, but it literally is survive and advance. You can win by 1 point, win by 20 points, whatever you have to do, but just win.
Just win, baby.
Yes, just win and get it. It's hard to do just because for anything we do in life, you don't really focus on what you're actually doing. You're planning ahead and things like that, but you really do have to, think about a singular and be focused on the game, the one game that you have in front of you, because if you lose, there is it goes up in the air. Now someone else is telling you might play, you might not play. So, going forward for the Lady Panthers, they just have to make sure they keep their head down and try to improve on the team they have right now, because they don't have Andrea Terrell, they don't have Tori Inslee. So, it's a different team than it was at the beginning of the season, middle of the season, that the team that got them to being second in the conference. And the same thing for the boys team. Right now, people know who they are. They know that Cal Drake and Max McClure are the leading scorers, and they're going to try to take them out the game. So everyone now has to figure out, what do we do when other teams are doing that, and possibly make adjustments, and like I said before, and just win.
Well, that's what the Panthers did tonight on the girls' side. Varsity tournament 56-29. You see the boys varsity for both Tuscola and Franklin out on the court warming up. We're going to have some varsity boys first round action in the Mountain 7 Conference Basketball Tournament coming up. Stay with us.
The FHS Athlete of the Month is sponsored by the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental. First Citizens has been helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 100 years. Corbin Dental is a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin.
I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best, and deep within my mind I'll always manifest it.
My name's Abby Carpenter. I'm a senior at Franklin High School, and I'm a captain of the first official women's wrestling team. We've already accomplished our goals as a team for the season, which was winning a duel. My personal goals for this season is to be a regional champ as well as a state champ. My favorite wrestling move is a double leg takedown. I started wrestling because I wanted to try something new, and I just grew up watching my brothers wrestle, and it seemed like a lot of fun.
So Abby's been just what you want to see out of a leader for the team. First one in the gym, extra work, last one out of the gym when they're rolled up. really just putting everything she can into this.
My plans for after high school are kind of up in the air right now, but I know I want to major in business and later on become a real estate agent.
Everything I do the best. And deep within my mind, you know I'll always manifest it.
The person who inspires me to be the best version of myself on and off the mat is my coach, Logan Mack. I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone who supported me throughout my wrestling journey, my parents, my siblings, and my coaches.
And welcome back inside the Panther Den as we get set for first round varsity boys action. It's the Mountain 7 Conference Basketball Tournament. The 7th seeded Tuscola Mountaineers and the Franklin Panthers, the number 2 seed, coming in to tonight's action. It's not where we thought that the Panthers would be, but knew it was going to be a tough road. The final 3 games, loss at North Henderson and a tough overtime loss at the hands of the West Henderson Falcons on senior night for the Falcons last Friday night. Forced the Panthers into the number 2 slot as they lost the conference championship on Friday night
in a heartbreaker
overtime. They are a 2 seed, so the question I have for you, Tony, is mindset here coming into
mindset. What mindset do they have, or what should they have? You know, like
both.
Both. The mindset they have is, you know, it's one game. You know, let's go. It's a new season because the season is broken down into 4 parts. You have preseason basketball. You have the first half of the season, second half of the season, post-conference tournament play, and then postseason play. So this is just a different season. You know, now let's start off 1-0, and then we'll go again and try to be 1-0. And that's the mentality that, you know, I've looked at them, and they look like they were locked in today, you know, in warm-ups during the girls' game and warm-ups right now. You know, they look like they're ready for business.
And we'll see here in about 5 minutes or so, because we're going to get the starting lineups introduced for both teams. And we'll get to some Mountain 7 Conference boys action as the Lady Panthers just won over the Lady Eagles that had advanced to the semifinals coming up on Tuesday night in Tuscola. At Tuscola's gymnasium, we'll have that ball game. In fact, we'll have all the tournament.
The parquet of Tuscola.
Yes, it is a parquet floor, very loud.
Panther fans, Tuscola fans, welcome to tonight's matchup. First round, the Mountain 7 Conference Tournament. First, the starting lineup for for the Tuscola Mountaineers. Number 2, Peyton Olis. Number 3, Bryant Oncia. Number 24, Jet Benson. Number 32, James Roundy. And number 45, Graham McLeland. Panthers go lights out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, Panther fans. Get on your feet for your starting 5. He comes from Hannah Farms. Number 2, Keller Lamb. He's from Clark's Chapel. Number 3, Max McClure. He reigns from Cowee. Number 22, Parker Cave. He's from Union. Number 23, Josh Zollner. And from Brookwood Heights, number 32, Cal Drake.
That's the starting lineup. Both teams in dramatic fashion. Put 8 minutes up on the scoreboard. We're going to get to some Mountain 7 Conference Varsity Boys action here on YouTube and Facebook. Glad that you're with us. It is 7:30 on the button. Couldn't plan it any better, could we? Said 7:30, and they're going to tip off right at 7:30. It's going to be Cal Drake that will jump center on James Roundy as Tuscola comes out dressed in their black uniforms with yellow numerals. Panthers in their home whites, and Cal will win the opening tip as it's Max McClure who will hold the possession of the basketball first. He'll swing it into the corner. McClure had it. Now all with Zollner. Zollner now going to find McClure. Now it's Cave. Feeding. Lamb, out it goes. McClure for 3, no. Lamb grabbed the rebound. Finds Cave in the trees. He'll be at the line.
Tuscola comes out in a 2-3 zone, try to slow down the Panthers. The Panthers, that was a very good first possession, moving the ball from side to side.
Graham McClellan will pick up the foul for Tuscola as Parker Cave gets the first at the charity stripe. He'll get one more. And the second shot up and good.
Panthers come out in the press.
Almost a turnover. Slapped away briefly. Peyton Ollis able to pick it up. Got some issues in the backcourt. Got to beat that timeline, and they do. Jet Benson shot no. Rebound, Max McClure. He's off to the races. Over to Zollner, open baseline. Long board. Ollis comes out with it. Going to feed Benson off the glass. Ties it at 2 apiece.
Actually, the Tuscola come out in a 3-2.
Lamb swings it over to Zollner. Again, it goes right side Cave across court. Cave trying to drive in. Lamb's open 3, off the mark. Zollner with the rebound, goes up. That one wouldn't go. Off to Jet Benson. Benson couldn't get it to go. And we've got an injured Panther.
Yes.
That's Josh Zollner.
Like doing that rebound, him and Cleveland, they collided on that one.
So Lynette Gibson is tending to Josh Zollner. Gives me an opportunity. to let you see the brackets in the Mountain 7 Conference boys side of the tournament. Do know that North and Smoky Mountain, whoever wins that one will face the winner of this one, and they're playing tonight. Do know for a fact. Zollner going to be helped up and over to the bench. Tuscola comes in to tonight's contest at 2-22 overall, and they're 0-12. They had to win a conference game in their last.
Yeah, and that's one of the things you really have to overcome too, as being the higher seed. That you know this team hasn't won in conference, but what stops them from putting it all together? For one shot. Because that's basically what they're thinking.
Al Drake baseline wouldn't go. McClure gets it blocked from behind. Another offensive board. That's Lamb. His shot wouldn't go. And we've got an over-the-back foul on Franklin. It's going against Lamb. That'll be his first and the team's first. Panthers set up in the full court. Franklin comes in at 19-4 overall. And a pass intercepted. Knocked away by Cal Drake. It's McClure in the corner. Can't get the roll. Drake grabs the rebound and swings it out, and it's going to be a backcourt violation. Panthers 10-2 in the conference. And have a timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Here's the final conference standings, as West Henderson won the conference after defeating Franklin in overtime. They finished 11-1, and they earn an automatic ticket to the semifinals and a first-round bye. See North Henderson a game back of the Panthers, that third slot. Coach Flemings called an early timeout. Tony talked things over. 5:30 left. Talk some strategy early on as it's Tuscola with the basketball. They're into the court. Aiden Alice holds it high. And swing it over to Ancia. Back it goes to Alice. Now Benson, the leading scorer, had it briefly. That's Jet Benson from the corner. It wouldn't go. Offensive rebound. Tuscola going to reset. Benson out the center jump circle over to Alice. Alice pulls up. Got it to go just inside the arc. Dayton Alice gives Tuscola an early 4-2 advantage. Lamb thought about the three, gives it up to Drake up high. His pass almost knocked away. Lamb picks it up. His shot, no. Another offensive rebound. It's Cal Drake underneath. He gets bumped. Shot wouldn't go, but Cal Drake will be at the line for two shots. Alice going to pick up the foul. That'll be his first. And it's the second whistled on Tuscola. Drake at the free throw line for two shots. And he gets the first.
See if these free throws get the Panthers in rhythm.
Subs coming in. We've got Ash Cathy for Coach Smith and Tuscola into the ball game. Second shot, nothing but net for Cal Drake. Tuscola going to break the press as it's Alice between the circles. Now Cathy with some issues gets it to Alice. High pass to Cathy. Almost stepped out of bounds. Now more issues for Cathy. We've got a whistle and a timeout for Tuscola. Both coaches calling some timeouts early on in this first quarter, bailing out some of their players, as that was a bailout for Coach Smith.
And I know why they're calling these timeouts. I just looked at the stats, and right now, field goals. This is the field goals for the Panthers. 0 for 7 for the Panthers, and then for Tuscola, they're 2 of 5. And from the free throw line, 4 of 4, so 100% there. Turnovers 1-1, and that's why both coaches have called early timeouts.
Yep. Yeah, it's been ugly for both teams early on here. We have seen that before as that one is kicked. That's what I was kind of hinting at in the open in the pregame, Tony, about that loss. And sometimes you see a loss have a bit of a hangover, especially early on in the first half. And kind of shaking that off sometimes can be an issue.
And, it is, that is an issue. But the thing is, there's been, you had practice Monday, Tuesday. Yeah. It's really, and that was really the end of that season, end of the regular season. And so, they should be good to go right here.
Cave off the glass. Cleaned it up after the Cal Drake miss. An intercepted pass. Lamb, he's back into the game. And knocked away. Out of bounds. Is going to stay with Franklin.
And that's the first field goal by the Panthers. 1 of 9.
Ty Hanley has it briefly, and then his pass is going to be intercepted. Peyton Hollis off the glass. Ties it at 6 apiece. Cabe. Nothing but net. Cathy with it. In trouble. To feed into the paint, McClellan. High pass. Cathy.
Good offense by Tuscola.
Check that, Hollis. Peyton Hollis with a bucket. That's a 3 for Peyton Hollis, and Tuscola has taken a 9-8 lead. McClure for 3. He answers. Max McClure from beyond the arc. And again, full court, Coach Fleming. Got to get it across the timeline. 10-second violation.
Good defense. Because that anticipation and deflecting passes and making passes harder to make.
McClure going to direct traffic. Feed Hanley. Now out it goes into the corner. Cal Drake. And his pass off the legs of Cabe.
It was a good thought. It was just poor execution by Cal on that pass.
2:05 left. Jet Benson races down court. High pass. Cathy quickly gives it up. Back it goes to Cathy. And his pass knocked away. Hollis. No look. Out beyond the arc. Cathy 3. No. Long board. Going to be secured. Tuscola. Hollis over to Benson. Benson travels with it. Benson, a senior for Coach Smith and the Tuscola Mountaineers. Josh Zollner going to check back into the game. We saw him go out earlier in this quarter. That's a good sign.
Yes, glad he's okay.
As he took a tumble. Minute and a half left in the first. McClure. High pass, Cade. Throws it away. Jet Benson over to McClellan for 3. Zollner up court with it. Under a minute left. Cade travels.
Tuscola's defense has been very good this first quarter.
Active hands for sure. They're getting into the face of shooters.
And they're contesting every shot.
Getting in those passing lanes. Under 50 seconds left. Peyton Alice into the corner. Cathy travels. And if you're Tuscola, you have nothing to lose. This is your last game. If you lose it, you're done.
Yes, correct.
You're not making the playoffs, and so you come out guns a-blazing.
That's an easy one for a coach to get someone involved. I mean, get them ready for a game. This is your last game unless you do something about it.
Drake to the hole off the glass. Alice got the roll. Tuscola, it's been the Peyton Alice show here in this first quarter. 2 seconds left. McClure passes it up. That'll do it. 1 quarter in the books. And Franklin up 13-11. We'll take a break. Stay with us.
Join Backlot Cinema and the Blue Ridge Bartram Trail Conservancy for Walking with Bartram, a section hike of the Bartram Trail through Georgia and North Carolina. Streaming now on YouTube and Facebook.
Welcome back. Second quarter about to begin. With Franklin up 13-10. And Tuscola has the opening possession. New lineup in for Coach Smith. Whole new lineup. Except Jet Benson, he has it, throws it into the corner, going to be saved by Robinson. And then it's knocked away by Cade to stay with Tuscola. Robinson on the dribble. Into the corner, Cathy. Got to feed Ancia. Back out beyond the arc it goes to Cathy. Jet Benson in the corner. High pass, knocked away, picked up. Parker Cabe.
Good individual defensive effort by Parker Cabe to get the steal and finish.
It was all Parker Cabe for the Panthers in that first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
If they didn't have Parker, they'd be trailing a lot.
Got another one.
Another steal for Parker. And that time he got bumped. That'll send Parker to the line.
And on that one, you saw Parker. He actually jumped in, he wanted to get fouled because you can tell how tired he was. He has his hands on his head right now. He wanted to get this rest right here.
Robinson will pick up the foul for Tuscola. It'll be the third whistle of the Mountaineers. And Cave will get the roll on the first. Ty Hanley takes a seat as Keller Lamb will check into the game. Also, Hudson Blackburn checks in for Coach Smith and Tuscola. One more at the charity stripe for Cave. And he gets the roll on the second as well. 17-11. 6:52 left here in the second. Winner of this one plays the winner of North Henderson and Smoky Mountain, and they're playing tonight. They'll be able to get a score update. Before we sign off tonight, Blackburn kicks it out. Ancia back over to Blackburn. Blackburn drives in, kicks it back out. It's Ancia with the three. That wouldn't go. Cave with the rebound. Over to Lamb. Now up top, it's Cal Drake. Now Zollner passed up the three, drove in, lost control. Jet Benson spinning. Lost control. Tipped out into the backcourt. Not a backcourt violation because it was last touched by Panther. Hayden Hollis gets bumped. Not going on Parker? No, it's going on Lamb. He'll pick up his second. Keller Lamb, senior, his second personal. And the second whistled on Franklin. Hollis spins. Ball on the deck. Picked up and lost again. Desarn. Nice pass, but couldn't control it.
The Panthers on offense have been very very, I don't know. I don't even know what the word to say.
Sporadic.
Yes. And
like, there you go. Another turnover. Ooh, hitting the deck is Peyton Hollis. And we've got a whistle and a foul on Franklin. Zollner going to pick up the foul. That'll be his first, team's third. It's going to be Hollis to trigger underneath his own basket.
Yeah, and that run right there, that last turnover by Parker Cave, that was definitely not his fault. The player stopped running. It's kind of like in football, if the receiver can't get it, good rebound by Max McClure. If the receiver can't get it, he goes on defense to try to keep them from getting it.
Max McClure with the bucket to make it a 19-11 advantage for the Panthers. And we've got a kick ball that'll stop the clock with 4:58 to go here in the second. Glad that you're with us as we are approaching the 8 o'clock hour. So hopefully you are enjoying some basketball after getting your belly full on this Thursday night. And wherever you may be, if you're at your house, you are in your bedroom, or maybe you're in a hotel room, in a car somewhere. Hopefully you're not driving and watching at the same time. We appreciate you tuning in tonight as we got a foul coming up on Franklin. That one's going to go against Desarn. That'll be his first to the fourth on the Panthers. I'm George Young alongside Tony Christie. First shot up and good by Peyton Hollis. Clinton Taylor, our producer tonight. Philip and Christine on cameras. And we are glad that you are with us. The Mountain 7 basketball tournament begins tonight. We've got more basketball coming up Monday. We've got some junior varsity action for you. And then Tuesday, it's the semifinals. Max McClure from beyond the arc. No. Van Hook grabbed the rebound, and he got fouled.
Good hustle by Luke Van Hook to get in there and get his nose dirty and get that rebound.
Foul whistled on McClellan. And it's his second and the team's fourth. And it goes. Al Drake shot no, and the fight for the board is kicked off of a Panther. And if you would like to support our broadcast, we've got 10 basketball games coming up over the next week. And if you count tonight, that'll be 12 over the next week, I reckon.
Good block.
Blocked by Cal Drake. Feeding up court, Desarn. He stops, pops, can't hit. Tip up, Cal Drake. You can do so if you can't do the corporate sponsorship route. And you can do so with our PayPal account. And keep our broadcast free on YouTube and Facebook, the most widely used streaming platform. Just inside the arc, shot good to make it a 21-15 advantage for the Panthers. Just a 6-point lead against the conference winless Tuscola Mountaineers. In the corner, Van Hook dribbles out, gives it up to Zollner. Over to McClure, bounce pass, it's Drake. Drake hits the deck, and we're heading the other way as it's out of bounds off of Drake. Parker Cave going to check back into the game. You can see on screen our PayPal link. You probably can't read and type that at the same time. We've got that link also in our post. If you're watching on a television, after you have cast it with YouTube, you can find it in the YouTube post. The link is there for our PayPal to keep our broadcast free and support us throughout the tournament. We got a foul in the paint and free throws coming up for Tuscola as James Roundy will be at the line. As Kay picks up the foul.
And the Panthers' offensive woes that's what's happening right now. They're shooting 37% from the field and from the floor. In Tuscola, they're shooting 46.
Alex Sutton is checked in for Plemons. Second shot up and good for Roundy. 21-17. Approaching 3 minutes left here in the second. Baseline, Van Hook wouldn't go. Kathy in the paints, travel. Two minutes and 57 seconds left. Second quarter action, first round of the Mountain 7 Conference basketball tournament. Lady Panthers have moved on to the semifinals. They won in convincing fashion in the opener against East Henderson. Max McClure in the corner, going to dribble out. Now it's McClure for three. In and out. Kathy with the rebound. Going to feed Jet Benson. Benson now stops, kicks it to his trailing man, Blackburn. Now back out it goes. Benson spins, partially blocked. Body's hitting the deck. Tuscola going to keep possession. Almost a steal. Kathy's pass is going to be intercepted after getting knocked away. It's Alex Sutton to Van Hook. Van Hook.
Good pass.
To Max McClure with a teardrop.
Good passing by the Panthers. The ball got to who it was supposed to get to, Max McClure.
We've got a whistle. And it's going to be a foul on Tuscola. I'm getting some updates here. I may have heard the ding, ding, ding. Let's see. We do have a score update for North and Smoky, and it looks like North is up 70-58 late in the fourth quarter. 90 seconds left. Sutton travels with it. Ancia going to check back into the game for Coach Smith and Tuscola. Kathy. Pass knocked away again. Into the hands of Sutton, and he throws it away. Alice blocked. Tie up, possession arrow going to stay with Franklin.
Good hustle by Parker Cade to get the first block, rebound, throw it in, then get the second one, and then tie it up for a jump ball. If there was a player of the game so far, it'd be Parker Cade.
Most definitely. There's Cade. Nothing but net. 25-17 as we are ticking. Now down to about 50 seconds left, and an errant pass out of bounds. Couldn't be secured by Gavin Chenard. Freshman has checked into the game for Coach Smith.
And Parker Cade leads the Panthers with scoring right now 12 points. 4 of 4.
Basically half the points. McClure's shot, no. Sutton grabbed the rebound. Now to Zarn with it. McClure spinning, shooting. Max McClure gives the Panthers a double-digit lead at 27-17. Now down to 20 seconds. High pass, almost stolen away. Hollis secures it. Going to feed it to the paint, McClellan, and back out it goes. Now it's Jet Benson. He gets the roll with 10 seconds left. Down to 5. McClure for 3. Got it! Max McClure makes it a 30-19 Panther lead after 2 quarters here in the opening round of the Mountain 7 Conference basketball tournament. A lot to discuss in the locker room, really, for both coaches. Maybe laid there a spark offensively, Tony.
Right.
For the Panthers.
For the Panthers. Yes, you know what? At first, that's what happens in the postseason. You never know what's going on because you have played a team. This is the 3rd time. You can tell that Tuscola, they came prepared to take away something. And it looks like what they want to take away, they want to kind of pack it in with the big guys, with Cade and Drake, and then put pressure on McClure and try to keep him, make it hard for him to make shots. Because after you've been beat, because before we hadn't been, the Panthers hadn't been beat. Now we've been beaten. There, people kind of see there's a blueprint or whatever you want to call it, and teams are going to adjust. It's the adjustments that the Panthers kind of made there toward the end of that first half, to that are going to see if they can sustain it and make a few more adjustments, blow this thing wide open, and then get ready for the next game.
All right, we're going to head to break. 30-19, 11-point lead for the Panthers. Stay with us.
The FHS Athlete of the Month is sponsored by the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental. First Citizens has been helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 100 years. Corbin Dental is a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin.
I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind, I'll always manifest it.
My name's Abby Carpenter. I'm a senior at Franklin High School, and I'm a captain of the first official women's wrestling team. We've already accomplished our goals as a team for the season, which was winning a duel. My personal goals for this season is to be a regional champ as well as a state champ. My favorite wrestling move is a double leg takedown. I started wrestling because I wanted to try something new, and I just grew up watching my brothers wrestle, and it seemed like a lot of fun.
So Abby's been just what you want to see out of a leader for the team. First one in the gym, extra work, last one out of the gym when they're rolled up. really just putting everything she can into this.
My plans for after high school are kind of up in the air right now, but I know I want to major in business and later on become a real estate agent.
Everything I do the best. And deep within my mind, you know I'll always manifest it.
The person who inspires me to be the best version of myself on and off the mat is my coach, Logan Mack. I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone who supported me throughout my wrestling journey, my parents, my siblings, and my coaches.
In open space, Hanley at the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Davis hits one into right pretty well. Right fielder backpedaling. It's out of here.
Join Backlot Cinema and the Blue Ridge Bartram Trail Conservancy for Walking with Bartram, a section hike of the Bartram Trail through Georgia and North Carolina. Streaming now on YouTube and Facebook.
Didn't make it. Welcome back. At the break, boys varsity, first round of the Mountain 7 Conference Basketball Tournament. Franklin holds a 30-19 lead over the Tuscola Mountaineers. It wasn't pretty, Tony, if you're a Panther fan. If you're a Tuscola Mountaineer fan, you may have liked the way that the Mountaineers shot in that first half, because really early on in the ball game, Tuscola was taking it to the Panthers and shooting better.
Yes.
Late, though, in the second quarter, a couple of buckets. Max McClure had a late three and extended that lead to 11 points.
Yes. And you know what? It's senior leadership by Parker Cave to come out and kind of, hold the fort while the other ones everyone else kind of gets into it. Because a quick barrage of points by Max McClure brought him up to 12 points for the half. And, you're going to – this is tournament play right now. It's win or go home. So it's one of those things, kind of figure it out, fellas. Figure it out and make some adjustments, and then, then try to get it done.
Winner of this one will play on Tuesday night. You see it scrolling at the bottom of your screen on our ticker. We'll play Tuesday night at Tuscola's Gymnasium against the winner of North Henderson at Smoky Mountain. Last checks, it was fourth quarter, and North Henderson held a 12-point lead. We'll see if we get a final on that one before we sign off here tonight. That'll be Tuesday, the 14th, Valentine's night. Some Mountain 7 Conference basketball for you here on YouTube and on Facebook for free. We'll have a lot of basketball coming up in the next week. Both teams out of the locker room. You see that Tuscola's ready to go. Franklin yet to break the huddle. 15 seconds left on the clock as they do break the huddle. We will put 8 minutes up on the scoreboard and get this third quarter underway, as it's going to be the Mountaineers that hold the first possession. Alice with it, stop and pop, and can't hit. Rebound picked up by Roundy. He gets a wild shot to go, and the foul.
And if you're Pisgah, that's how you want to start this right here. Got it in there, put it up.
Just threw it up.
Yes.
Hoped it went in, and it did. His prayer was answered, and he gets the three-point play at the free throw line to cut it to an 8-point lead at 30-22. It's Cal Drake spinning and shooting in the paint. He'll be at the line after he was bumped. Cal Drake, opportunity to build that lead back to 10.
Yes, and I was just informed that North beats Smoky 99-90.
Wow. Yes. Well, we've been in an affair with North Henderson before that hit the 90 mark.
Yes.
Triple overtime.
I think that was just regular.
Yeah, that's a lot for regular. First shot up and good for Cal Drake. One more at the free throw line. And we got it. 10-point lead. Tuscola with issues, and they'll turn it over. And a reminder, too, if you tuned in, didn't hear us talking about it in the girls' action, we've got some junior varsity Mountain 7 Conference tournament ball games for you on Monday. As Cal backs in, lifts a shot, no. Rebound Tuscola, Jet Benson with it. Shot blocked by Cal Drake. It's going to be Cabe that'll come out with it. Cabe going to back it out.
Good
now
pass.
Cross court. McClure gives it up. Back it goes, McClure. Thought about it. Monday night, junior varsity tournament begins here at the Den. 3 wouldn't go for McClure. Hollis grabbed the rebound. Last I was told, it's a 5 o'clock start for the junior varsity girls. They'll be taking on Tuscola. That one's errant. Out of bounds. McClellan air-mailed it. And the junior varsity boys will start about 6:30 or so.
And the
boys will play West Henderson.
This year in the conference tournament, it's there aren't any like clear front runners, on the boys' side. There's
a good team.
I tell you what, there's like out of the 7 teams, there's 5 teams that can actually win it. And that's and we haven't seen that in a while.
Zollner going to feed Drake. He finds a cutting Cave, and Cave will get bailed out with a foul.
Good pass right there. Good cut by Parker.
I've confirmed that 99-90 score here. It's up on Max Preps. Wow. What was that, the final in the triple overtime? Was it 96-92, I believe, or something like that?
To get that in regulation in a high school game,
Yeah,
you know,
and it was in regulation.
You know, with 8-minute quarters, that's, you know, you were
some
moving
hot
up
shooting
and down.
for both teams. I mean,
Yep, some hot shooting and some cold defense.
Yeah. Or, yeah, no defense, please.
Actually, a little bit of both of those happening.
McClure over to Zollner, back to McClure, just inside the arc. He can't get the roll. Benson with the rebound. Knocked away. Into the hands of Lamb. Keller Lamb backs it out. Finds Cade. And Parker will be back at the line. 2 shots. James Roundy picks up his second for Tuscola. Third on the Mountaineers. Cade gets the first. He'll get one more.
Parker Cade with
He's the leading scorer in the first half.
Yes, 15 points.
15 now for Parker Cade. After that free throw rattled in. 36-22. It's the biggest lead so far for the Panthers in this ball game. And a turnover. Keller Lamb knocks it away, picks it up. He's got it. Now finds Josh Zollner. Back it goes. Lamb. He's open for a three. That one wouldn't go. Cal Drake skies with a rebound. And he'll get the bucket off the glass. 38-22. Winner of this one plays North Henderson. 8:30. Tuesday night, the nightcap.
Another steal by Keller Lamb.
Drake leans in, can't get it to go. Alice, wild shot. Out of bounds, last touch by Cade. It'll stay with Tuscola. 4:40 left, third quarter. George Young, Tony Christie, fantastic FPSN crew. We've got a 30-second timeout on the floor, called by the Tuscola Mountaineers. We go ahead and pencil in. I don't have a telestrator. I need a telestrator. Pencil in North Henderson there in the bracket. That'll be Valentine's night. So spend it with your sweetheart. Come back a little early. Settle down on the couch. Watch some Varsity boys tournament action. Girls will play at 7 o'clock on Tuesday nights. The Franklin girls. Winner of West and Tuscola don't have a score on that one yet. I'm not sure they're playing tonight. I don't know. We're talking about snow this weekend, too.
Yes.
Kind of crept up on me. Cal leans in. He'll be at the line as he got fouled. Third on James Roundy. Fourth so far in Tuscola. Drake's lived at the free throw line here in the third quarter. He gets the first to go. One more for Cal. And Jeremy Horton, a freshman, going to check in for Tuscola. 31 is a freshman. He's about 6'5".
Long guy.
Yeah. He's a tall fella. Drake picks it up. and he gets bumped. Owls are now tallying up on Tuscola. 5 whistled so far in this quarter. That'll be the first on Ash Cathy. Drake, high pass to Cade. Too far underneath, kicks it out. Reed Raby, 3, no. And on the rebound, we've got a whistle and a foul. And it's going against Tuscola. That one's on Graham McClellan. That'll be his 3rd. Under 4 minutes left in the 3rd. Raby, a deep 3. Can't get the roll. Rebound, Lamb. Going to dribble out of there. On Reed Raby again. Back goes Lamb. Now Cade with it. Drake spinning and shooting. Short. Rebound, Max McClure, and he'll be able to get the bucket.
That was an interesting possession by the Panthers, but they ended up with the basket. There were about 4 guys standing about 3 feet from each other.
Cathy lifts the pass underneath, saved out of bounds, and off of Max McClure. So stay with Tuscola. 3:11 left in the 3rd. Ancia checks in for Coach Smith at Tuscola. Benson to trigger, got to get it in. Barely beats that 5-second count. And on the dribble, foul going against the Panthers. Going against Raby, I believe. Reed Raby going to pick up his first, just the 2nd on Franklin. Luke Van Hook into the game for Plemons. 3:06 to go, 3rd quarter. Benson to trigger once again. Gets it into Ancia. Ancia lifts the pass, a high one. Alice, and he is going to throw it out of bounds, but they'll say last touched by Lee Parker Cave. Got his big mid in there.
Looked like it went off his head.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Alice with trouble. Bounces it over to Ancia. Into the corner it goes. Benson, 3. Got his own rebound. He stepped on the end line, they'll say. And it's to the Panthers with 2:45 left. Drake to Cave, was open off the glass.
Very unselfish by the Panthers today.
Corner 3, short for Ancia. Cave comes out, races down court, lifts the pass that is hit by a foot. And he'll blow it dead. Cal Drake getting position.
Nice.
45-22. Under 2 minutes left, 3rd quarter. 3 off the mark for Alice. Outlet, Van Hook, got to secure it, and he couldn't.
He's trying to secure it and put it all in one fell swoop.
Ty Hanley going to check in for Coach Plemons. Got Gavin Chenard also check it in. One more Mountaineer ready to come into the game. That's Malik Gibbs. Coach Smith. Minute 47 to go here in the 3rd, in the opening round of the Mountain 7 Conference basketball tournament. Some more subs. Cal Drake takes a seat, and Braxton Deal is checked in for the Panthers. High pass. Benson secures it. Benson gets triple teamed, and he gets a foul. A bump on who is the question. It's going to be Deal. Braxton Deal picks up his first, and that's the third on Franklin. It wasn't in the act, they'll say. High pass, stolen away. Van Hook gives it up to Ty Hanley. Hanley swings it over. Raby had it briefly.
Good ball movement, good body movement.
Deal couldn't get it. Hanley, and one.
Good rebound by Ty right there, real strong. Put it in. Stoic looking today.
One shot for Hanley at the free throw line as the foul goes against Robinson, his second. That's a 17 foul on Tuscola. Hanley gets the and one, 48-22. If you just joined us, it was a very nip and tuck first half. Tuscola held the lead in the first quarter for a while. Panthers able to extend the lead late in that second quarter to double digits, but it was close. Panthers did not shoot very well, and that's a turnover. Deal gets bumped, and he'll be at the line for a 1-and-1.
Good. That was just good on-ball defense by Luke Van Hook to take that away. Get fouled.
Well, Robinson picks up the foul. That's his third, 8th foul. And he gets the roll as Luke Van Hook. One more for Luke. Can't get it to go. Long rebound. Braxton Deal gives it back to Van Hook. Three. Got it.
Good shot by Luke Van Hook.
The senior forward with a trifecta. 52-22. All of a sudden it's ballooned to a 20-point lead for the Panthers. In the corner, Steele. Reed Raby able to get that errant pass. And Raby with it up top, driving in, gives it up. Hanley. Now Noah Brandon had it briefly. Finds Raby outside. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound Van Hook. Off the Deal. Now it's Hanley from the corner. Long board.
Good hustle by Noah Brandon.
Deal secures it.
Noah.
Brandon for the three in the corner. Van Hook grabbed the rebound, couldn't get the layup.
Then gets a foul.
Frustration. They'll get the foul. That'll just be the fourth on Franklin. And his first. 7.9 seconds left. That'll do it. 3 quarters in the books. 20-point lead now for the Panthers at 52-22 as we head to break. Stay with us. Fourth quarter about to begin. 20-point lead for the Panthers. Setting their sights on a rematch against the North Henderson Knights, team they split with they went an epic 3 overtimes with.
Yes.
As North Henderson has secured a victory over Smoky Mountain, 99-90 in the opening round of the conference tournament. That one's out of bounds to Tuscola. That'll be on Tuesday night at Tuscola. And we'll have that ball game here on YouTube and Facebook. Shot in the paint wouldn't go for Bryce Boyd. Coach Smith has emptied his bench. McClure underneath off the glass.
Good drive by Max.
We'll see when Coach Flemons decides to empty his bench here in the second half. And that one's out of bounds. Going to stay with Tuscola. Nice touch, I believe, by Hanley. Got his hands in there. Gibbs gets it in bounds. Blackburn on the dribble. Lost control. Cade picks it up. Cade to the hole. Parker Cade with a bucket.
Gives Parker Cade 20 points for the game.
Almost on cue. I
Yes.
see that. A whole new lineup about to come into the game. Next dead ball for Coach Flemons. That one was well off the mark for Tuscola. Hanley couldn't control it. Starters will take a seat. Gibson into the game. Sutton into the ball game. Also, DeZarn is checked in. And with Brannon back in.
Caleb Chapman.
And yep, Chapman is the lone fellow that had not called their name. Gibbs holds it high, kicks it over. Alice double dribbles. .6:31 left. DeZarn for 3. No. Gibson fights for the rebound. Still fighting. Hits the deck. That'll be the 9th team foul on Tuscola, so 1-and-1 opportunity for Jacob Gibson as Hudson Blackburn picks up the foul. Coach Smith gonna check in. Some players off the Mountaineer bench as well. So he gets in some of his starters as Roundy's back in. Gibson hits the first, much to the pleasure of the student section below us.
Big fella. Knocking it down.
He's rocking a nice headband, too.
Yes.
That one's short. Was an errant whistle.
It hit the rim. He think it didn't hit the rim.
Yeah, it was an errant whistle.
Yes, it was.
We'll give it to Tuscola. Alice feeds Roundy off the glass. First points for Tuscola in a while. 57-24. Approaching 6 minutes left in the fourth. DeZarn into Gibson. Back out beyond the arc goes Chapman. Now going to feed into the paint. Sutton lost control, picks it back up. Now Braylon DeZarn in the trees, gets it partially blocked. Blackburn off to the races, off to Alice. Pulls up. Rebound Gibson. Caleb Chapman for 3. Front of the iron. Offensive board. Gibson in the paint.
Good pass.
And a feed underneath. Braxton Deal off the glass.
Good pass by Gibson.
Blackburn made a backcourt violation as it went off of his hands into the backcourt. It's a turnover with 4:58 left in the Fourth quarter of action, opening round of the Mountain 7 Conference Basketball Tournament. Gibson backs in. Got the roll. Jacob Gibson with the deuce. 61-24.
And that was a decent move by Jacob on the drop step.
And looks like it's going to be Gibson picking up the foul as he knocked the ball away.
His drop step was more like Barkley. A lot of power on that one.
Actually going to give it to Braxton Neal, his second, fifth on Franklin. More bench players getting in for Coach Smith. Now we're ready for action. Rich spins, intercepted. Chapman. Rich had the rebound, lost it, and they'll say last touched by Amos Rich. Freshman getting some playing time. And only one senior on this roster. I think we talked about that.
Yes.
When these two teams got together here at the Panther Den back a few weeks ago. Young team, and you expect struggles, and that's what Tuscola has had this season.
Yes, and
that's again at 2-22.
You know, it's one of those things. You can get into habits. You know, like you can get habits of winning, and you can get habits of losing as well too. You know, and looking at them, they don't have bad pieces. They have a lot of good pieces. They just have to put it together and work on the right things and keep playing, keep after it, and they'll get there.
Blackburn able to get the bucket.
And this, high school basketball, there's a lot of ebbs and flows with, the players they have and, things like that. Because a couple of years ago, I remember Nate Bradford playing for Tuscola and, him having 30 points in the second half to beat us.
Yeah,
so, like, it goes and, it flows and waves.
Very cyclical.
Yes, and you just have to figure out, what you got. And, there are certain teams that have had it over the years, just, consistency. But, for the most part, high school basketball, you don't know. You have no clue. Rebound by Brennan.
Up court it goes to Gibbs, and he can't get it. Noah Brandon into the front court. Gibson will get bumped to the deck, and they'll whistle a foul. It'll be the 10th team foul on Tuscola. Well, as we head into next week, I want to ask everybody that's watching. We got a lot of folks still watching, even though this is a blowout. I know a lot of folks have had this crud that's going around, the drainage, the congestion, sore throat, all that. And I've had all that over the past month. And it comes and it goes. How do you kick this?
You can't, because what's happening is, this is my theory.
Okay. This is the Christie theory.
This is the Christie theory, because I do have like a landscaping lawn management thing.
Yes.
And with the temperature going up and down, what's happening? Things are blooming, and it's allergy. It's like hay fever. It's like it's spring fever right now, and that's what my theory. Just because I've seen it so much, and just like today, I was driving and I was like, man, there's things blooming.
There are things blooming, yeah. They're calling for snow this weekend.
Correct. So the ups and downs of hot, cold, and things like that.
Yeah.
So,
well, hopefully I don't get any of it. It's just been one of those. I got better. I got some antibiotics. I thought, hey, I kicked it, and then over the weekend I get it back, and it's just a constant.
Oh yeah.
Scratchy throat, a constant
cold
drainage,
hot to cold.
And hopefully I'm on the last leg of this, and I'm going to be able to kick it, because next week, all the ball games we're going to be talking about and commentating, it's going to be very difficult to keep my voice, even if I was totally healthy. Well, hopefully we're going to be able to make it through next week.
We're going to have some tea on hand.
I may, yeah. I may.
Nice pass.
What is it, honey and wild turkey?
Yep, there you go.
That may make for a nice broadcast if I was drinking that. 3 up and good. Noah Brannon.
Good shot by Noah Brannon. Good move. Side step.
But I know a lot of folks that have gotten this crud. I guess everybody has now officially become unmasked, and everybody's getting what
Talon Smith with the steal.
Talon Smith stops off the glass. Under 2 minutes left. Into the front court in a bump. Bryce Boyd secured it.
We're at the magical 40-point number.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, there's a minute and 40 seconds left.
And it's running.
Yes, keep on subbing. It's going to keep on running.
Snuck up on me.
It didn't me. I've been looking at it. I just didn't say anything. I didn't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
Good steal.
Gibson steps into the passing lane. Off to the races. Braxton Deal, no. Offensive rebound and a tie-up. Possession arrow is going to stay with Franklin. It's Noah Brandon, Sky, to grab that rebound. And we're going to tick under 60 seconds left before this one is inbounded. More subs for Coach Smith and Tuscola. This will be their final game of the season. It'll end here in the conference tournament. Talon Smith for 3. Gibson grabbed the rebound. Gives it up to Brennan. Baseline shot, couldn't get the roll. Gibson with the rebound, goes up, no. And Tuscola comes out with it, and Gibson, another frustration foul as he is going to foul Brian Ancia. That'll be the 7th team foul, and guess what? We got some free throws.
Yes, that means this is over. This game is over.
About do it.
That definitely will do it.
So Ancia at the charity stripe, 1-1, unless he misses the front end. And he did. Off the glass, Noah Brannon. Tuscola just going to dribble it out. It's a final. 70-28. Franklin advances in the first round of the Mountain 7 Conference basketball tournament. They will take on North Henderson at 8:30 on Tuesday night, February 14th. Valentine's night. Tony will be spending it where else? In a gymnasium. Watching some basketball.
Yes.
It'll be a rematch of 2 thrillers, really, in the regular season. A triple overtime thriller here at the Panther Den, and a close one that went down to the wire in Hendersonville back in January. 70-28 was a clean sweep for the Panthers in the Mountain 7 Conference basketball tournament. Tonight we'll be back on coming up Monday, fans, for some junior varsity basketball action. 5 o'clock, JV girls take on Tuscola, and then around 5:30 or so, the JV boys will take on West Henderson for the right to play for the Mountain 7 Conference basketball tournament championship next Thursday. And we will remind you of the schedule and kind of need to be updated, but I'll throw these up really quick so you can fill in the blanks. That's the boys' side, and at least the dates you can see in the times at Tuscola in Waynesville. That's the boys. Here are the varsity girls. Still don't know about the West Henderson and Tuscola matchup. I believe they play tomorrow night, but Franklin can already be penciled in there as making it to the semifinals, and Pisgah will take on the winner of Smoky and North Henderson. They advanced, winning the conference. All right, that's going to wrap things up for our broadcast tonight. 70-28, and the nightcap, Franklin victorious in the varsity boys side of the tournament. My thanks to Philip, Christine on cameras, Clinton Taylor, our executive producer. For all involved, for Tony Christie, I'm George Young. Till next time, so long, everybody.